an 11-1 half last time out. And a lot of those rounds, LewN, the conduit. Immediately trying to channel something here, but caught by...
Starting to combine their forces here. This looks like where the execute is going to come through, and Jamppi gets caught out by Benji.
Magnum had a lights-out series against his former club yesterday, but you're asking so much of him here. 5 players on the other side, looking to take the timing. Spots the first, dings the second, and hang around a little longer than Heretics would have liked. Rotation is late from PROFEK. All eyes on sociablEE as it stands. Once the lineup gets it, and it's a 1 versus 1.
It's against PROFEK as well, a player who's been so good all year.
And out he comes from
Screams all round for BBL, and it was a round where, let's be honest, they had no chance, no right of winning. The entries from Heretics were spot on, but BBL, more bodies heading his way.
The B-side does feel very empty except for him, but it's LewN. The stature comes through the kills and the shooting, but that flick is a little bit too much. The shock dart onto RieNs, it's not the spike plant denied or the life taken.
MiniBoo's picked up the Marshall, so yeah, let's not count this round out just yet. A brilliant shot onto PROFEK.
Absolutely, flank was considered for just a moment, but there doesn't feel like all too much time to make this a reality for BBL. Jamppi reloading gives away the Q. 2 players pushed up on him.
Yeah, and he's already got the
second.
Yeah, doesn't realise. And RieNs is going to be able to pick up that Bulldog. The trade's working through for BBL at the moment. And well, sociablEE straight on to the spike. Boo denies it. And with 41 points of health, all he wants to do is try and play upset. Doesn't want to allow Magnum to fully defuse, and he needs to be careful. Engagement where LewN sees the barrel, doesn't capitalise. Too many bodies to try and hit, but it's PROFEK and Magnum who come out on top. Still, we end up evening out at a 2-on-2.
Back into the retake. Those 2 players involved in the B mid round now have to make their reprisal. Shotgun delay for a little bit longer from Jamppi, and it's a very reserved plant that Heretics end up with. Benji still on 2 mollies though.
Not a lot of utility to try and come back in with, but instead Jamppi's rifle's good enough. Boo now knows exactly where the silver player is, but doesn't know about the second. That's why he's worried about screens, but the spam is
in this one, not let it get too far adrift. In terms of the sight hold, PROFEK does so well to find the second kill here with the util caught out. MiniBoo, I think you can perhaps put a bit of focus on him there, perhaps not finding that one, but from the 2 versus 2, I'm surprised that Benji plays such an aggressive. Heretics have the Yoru ult and also the Hunter's Fury, so they should be looking to try and combine this if possible, but MiniBoo's only just spotted his first target. It's a little late and should end up a true 5v5 retake.
Hunter's Fury ripped straight away, not going to be used to try and deny a lockdown. And, well, body's being hit. Magnum gets the next. It's still an advantage towards BBL, and it continues to be. The lockdown denied on benjyfishy. Oh, what a spam!
Okay. And that makes things interesting. 2-on-2. Jamppi not wanting to overpeak.
The Heretics are moving towards this B side. It's allowed BBL to get there first, right? And Jamppi does have that info dart. And time's getting low.
30 seconds left.
Commanding position from LewN as well, regardless of which site it ends up being. He's ready for the flank, but of course we know now it is B. With Heretics arriving on spot, Jamppi knows it. The information makes its way back to LewN, who's approaching from behind as quickly as his legs may carry him. The recon has denied the spike plant. Still LewN undetected. RieNs committing to it out in the open, Turk on Turk. The peak taken by LewN, and that's the round win.
Chaotic. Works out in the end.
Yeah, here's still so much work done by the Anchors. It was another utility mistiming, although this time MiniBoo the one unfavored and loses from that position.
Maybe shoot 3D next time, RieNs. Good support, almost.
As the ultimates, and that's where we need to look at. Both sides have a Viper's Pit and a lockdown. Obviously, the lockdown being the biggest counter to that Viper's Pit as Heretics try to brute force their way through B. But where's MiniBoo? He's all the way in at Snowman.
Yeah, TP lineup into the back line, now sending another one towards yellow, and he's back with the rest of his team. Like a thief in the night, BBL have had one of their biggest assets to these retakes taken away. PROFEK's still alive, and of course there are ults to fall back on here, but Heretics want to use some of their own.
Yeah, it looks like Magnum's trying to get it half very quickly, and he's done it. and BBL have got a couple of picks off the back of it. Jamppi on the flag just misses out on RieNs. What is going on?
Everyone's detained.
And now only one player onto the spike. PROFEK caught out and the other two come online. LewN with the blades, drops into the back line, catches players off guard, but boos.
It's cut so fine. But when we look at the micro play here from MiniBoo and just how every individual on Heretics can be the playmaker, that's ultimately what's won it for.
Look at BBL once again, being the protagonist in this round. Jamppi's so deep in jail and no way out as Wook goes to clear him out. LewN's there for the trade, and BBL still keep that advantage.
The PROFEK's pick could guide Heretics into the A stack.
I have the spike.
They have obliged up until now, but PROFEK's still hanging around in the garage, and RieNs will be the first to clear him with this drone.
Deploying drone.
PROFEK needs to be careful, deny the information, which he does so successfully. And that's big bits of utility that hasn't found the value for Heretics. They're going to try and go for a different approach and in behind enemy lines through mid.
BBL with an opportunity to recover some of this weaponry in the meantime, though, on the A site as Heretics are making their way over towards B. PROFEK barking like a caged dog as the drone spots him, and still signposting a lot of authority on B long. In the meantime, RieNs has found himself in a whole host of trouble.
So much space. Oh, wait a minute.
Step.
Magnum held and RieNs there. Spike will go down, an opportunity to take more space for Heretics, but LewN's there to get the trade, and now 3 versus 2 in favour of BBL.
Numbers and that positioning that I was talking about. PROFEK still safeguarding long.
Well, still Benji in towards Kitchen, looking to be the one that's going to be a win condition. Boo found out and under pressure, can't keep himself alive, and now it's up to benjyfishy. A player who historically has been good for a clutch, comes up once again. Only LewN to try and deny. He's crouched, waiting for the player to peek him, but tries to get the spike half at least. Benji needs to peek out. LewN knows this, waiting for the opportunity for the fight and gets it. Is there enough time for LewN? There certainly is! Waiting for their chance, and well, footsteps being given away and the utility now coming in, but there's players sitting in key corners. sociablE's just burning away in the molly, hoping that he doesn't get cleared. And I think he's just going to die here. He is! Didn't try to move, but LewN's got 2 of his own, and there's just sheriffs left on this site as PROFEK and Jamppi try to pick up the round. Undetected. PROFEK through the back of sight, Benji peeks out, manages to keep himself away from PROFEK's crosshair and does. A 1 versus 3 for the captain now, and he knows there's too many angles to try and approach.
So many players to clear out. Benji's wrapped around.
And he sees the head, wins it out. I don't think the players are in the right spot here. From the long angles, yeah, sure, reveal, but Jamppi has a spot in which he can sit in comfortably. The shot good, and RieNs
in their ignition. The one that got it started. Fantastic flick, and people will look at this from sociablE and call it into question, but sometimes that's the play you have to make. He's hoping.
Explaining that one to his hazard.
No worries. I advise anyone watching at home, you do not molly yourself. But LewN with blades and sociablE having an opening pick untraded. This is starting to head in a very similar direction, one we've got familiar with.
Is the Sheriff's had a buff? Because it feels like it. LewN's blades have missed the first couple of shots here. Heretics still look to slow roll their way through the round. benjyfishy deposited on the other side of the map to the main push.
Gun here.
Jamppi finding himself on the opposite extremity to the bulk of the Heretics forces, so his information tool's valuable. Expired here, and this is the re-engage. LewN with the blades already taken offline, Wook with his first in the Jet head-to-head. BBL still with precious stocks on B and precious Killjoy utility towards A.
The thing is though, BBL trying to deny that push have burned through a lot of their own utility.
Yeah.
So now it's really just the KG setup on A to deny and delay Team Heretics.
30 seconds left.
First volley already opened, the second to follow it. RieNs shock darting the site to make any further clearance, but we've hit the 20-second mark, and now time starts to become a bit more of an issue. BBL looking to dissuade this one with their numbers.
No way.
2 shots from Jamppi! Clean as you like, but still more required. 10 seconds now. Magnum in backside. Entrenched in this position with sociablEE in support. Needs the quick trade on Boo as it's a 1v1. Has the time to stick the plant. sociablEE wants to deny, he can't. Pulls off and sociablEE! With 3 in the end.
I can't believe both teams have been able to win these rounds. Boo left in a difficult decision. Do a fight or do a commit to the plant spot. BBL do well with the delay. I was worried with the
Overcommit.
feels weird as well, right? I mean, Hunter's ripped here and Benji will get caught. But with the double duelist, you'd be expecting Heretics to have maybe a bit of faster pace.
Gonna give it a go towards B at the very least. Woot, the equalizer. 4-on-4 as it stands, but BBL very quick to take up position. To make the most of where they stand. 2 bodies sightwards. Jamppi has his reveal again. This time it is broken.
Ooh, vulnerable up in Mill. Looks like BBL have got a shooting gallery to work with. MiniBoo left to try and collect the spike as well. Next engagement goes PROFEK.
Current meta read in vogue. BBL a little more tried and tested, but falling back on this double controller. They have lines of defense, the first of them PROFEK. Similar outcome in the previous round when Heretics went 5 versus 4. This one attempting to be opened up with a set piece from the timeout, and now BBL start to investigate themselves. Pre-fire through the jail, but it's sociablEE who cracks down! 3 players removed and sent their marching orders. BBL set up for the 7th into the next rifle. I said it was going to be Woot. It has to.
No other option,
30
right?
seconds left.
I don't think he's got any ways of escape realistically here to save that rifle. And you look at it, the economy for Heretics, it's completely broken after this. 4 players on 0
I got the spike.
and Woot on 50.
That's literally the least amount of money I think I've ever seen the team have. Every single credit spent. But ults to fall back on, right? We didn't see those invested. It will have been one of the major talking points of the timeout, and Woot is within
Cross to another player and bring out something in which Heretics can work with for this last round.
Yeah, it was a nice idea here from Heretics to start things up. You're looking at the maps that we've got coming up in the veto as well, especially Haven if we go the distance. A lot of their attack on BBL's record, and here are the ults.
Straightforward, trying to get through, and it's obviously the Yoru to clear things out. Trade still coming through. It's still equal on both sides. And it looks like Heretics have managed to rescue a Guardian there, so the weaponry not looking too bad for the attack.
Look at the tools BBL have. It's both of those controllers and the Sentinel still alive.
You should run.
Toxin's up. You expect the lockdown here. You want to fight it.
PROFEK sticking around, looking to take early lines of sight, but time now getting low. Maybe stuck around too long as PROFEK's now going to get caught offline. Is able to at least get his opposite number. So no more smoke screen. And sociablEE towards the back lines.
In behind, up on belt.
Yep, here he goes. Swings out. Benji's aware of it. And now so are Heretics. Pushed into Magnum. A great series yesterday and a great challenge right now.
While BBL's lead may not be as commanding as it had been before, it's nothing to turn your nose up at.
Yeah. But let's hear Jamppi's thoughts on what it means for him to lead BBL all the way
into the top cut. Onto the attack side, another pistol could be everything, but Woot is right under their nose and swiftly removed. RieNs the only one in the feed right now. One of those few sheriffs that Heretics do have.
Yeah, the BBL swarm hasn't stopped, and Magnum just standing up for the next engagement.
Backs off. Bated breath. BBL move into post. Still Boo late to arrive, and the captain on the other side has stuck the dart to the chest.
Spike planted.
One of the retaking players.
No utility for the defense either, so this is just straight up gunfights.
And BBL really just want to get right in and amongst it. Puff their chest and show a bit of swagger in this situation. Lined up towards spawn side, it's ill-advised. Benji at the double. Sheriff finding value. Jamppi in striking range on a couple of these targets.
pretty dangerous one for Heretics. They need to be careful, and look at how aggressive Heretics right now are being up B long as the push comes in.
It's LewN to lead the line as he so often does. 2 smokes floats through, sociablE by his side. PROFEK in behind, but a little too late to undo the damage. Tag Woot middle in the meantime, but BBL stalled out of this A push.
Yeah, need to try and recover the round. A player down, sure, Woot's taking a bit of damage. All the way down to 33 points of health, but Heretics have the information that they need, and Woot up close and personal in garage. BBL go through mid.
Light on his feet, and this is precious real estate for Heretics into the late round. Mid being controlled by the Killjoy utility, so a step out into the snow pile will not go undetected.
Turret being destroyed, allowed Magnum all the way up into kitchen. He's going to get a plant all the way up, right?
30 seconds left.
And this is a difficult one to try and get onto if you're Heretics. The lines of sight that BBL will be able to control, and the fact that they have that extra map space of Snowman. Jamppi needs to be careful against the judge.
It's all a game of chance. One body shot from Jamppi would be enough, and it looks like he's going to full clear garage the opposite way around here. As Woot is resolute. Oh, the reload! His positioning favours in the end. PROFEK with work to do and getting his hands dirty! PROFEK! Quad kill, and Heretics' chances evaporate before our very eyes. So much work from Woot done there. Felt unfortunate for Jamppi, but PROFEK has done his job, and he'll get an ace for his troubles.
And that through that by PROFEK. And after the initial push being denied by Heretics and doing so well there.
It's one of the differences that you see as well with staring down Heretics in similar fashion to when they played here last.
Brute forcing their way through, but is that the right idea? Because Heretics, once again, managed to find themselves just ahead of BBL.
Clearance from Jamppi in the site, but as you say, there's an advantage in numbers here for Heretics, and players' bodies up close.
And, well, the fight's not going their way either. BBL maybe a little bit too disrespectful to Los Niños.
Toxin screen down.
But it couldn't be PROFEK once again. 35 points of health. One sheriff shot would be enough. And they know exactly where he is.
Missed shots do a disservice as RieNs revealing PROFEK for multiple times in the round. But yeah, just as BBL were on course to best their effort last time around, even after the 11-1 half of a 13-5 scoreline against Heretics, it looks like back on track. But PROFEK, surely not. That's the first.
Trigger discipline.
How many more does he want? Not going to get it.
20 seconds left. RieNs looking to try and support Woot here. He's only got a sheriff. Remember, one bullet.
The one big change we've noticed from their group stage so far in stage 2 is that the mental fortitude feels a lot stronger. There's just something different about this team.
Yeah, and I think the big one is maturity, right? The fact that they're able to play off one another, the fact that they're able to pick each other up from bad performances. Remember where the spike is, this is just 2 players on the hunt for kills at the moment, and MiniBoo has identified both.
Do have to hang on for just a sec. You remember the game that we've been watching, right? Like,
yeah, but come on. Heretics, there's no way that they're going to allow BBL to win this round.
Well, let's find out together. As we can see, MAGNUM making moves towards B, and PROFEK certainly giving off some sound. Footfall towards middle, MiniBoo here again.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, here's the next one gone. MAGNUM did win half of all clutches attempted yesterday.
But that is a little easier when you've only had 4 attempts, I suppose. But yeah, those 2 clutches, huge in influencing the direction of a series. This one would just feel more like a backbreaker. And I tell you what, MAGNUM, be an ace if he could do it. Get the plant in here. Not on the lockdown just yet, they're going to peek him. Oh, MAGNUM! The Heretics comeback paired with the classic BBL get to 11 rounds, and what do you do from there? sociablE has
Snowman, but that's going to expire soon.
First half Wasn't the best depiction of his abilities, but here, fancying his chances a little better. The TP is left late, gambled on the angle, punished by LewN. Now BBL in a position of serious authority.
That lockdown's gonna earmark the space for BBL to move into.
I have to say though, 2 shocks and a Hunter's Fury on RieNs. Might want to give this a go at least in delaying, because BBL aren't the quickest in the uptake.
And you know RieNs has the lineups as well. And well, that's exactly what BBL have done. Tapped the spike, got out. LewN has been forfeited though in the meantime. And it's starting to get low. And there's not a whole lot of utility here for BBL when you look at the belts.
Has sociablEE been heard? That's the question. Oh, benjy overlooks it, but the flick makes up for the whole situation, and now it's a 3-on-3.
This is getting worrying. Having to deposit the Viper's Pit as well. BBL are pushing everything to this.
Magnum in the corner, does find one back, but he's estranged, out on an island, trying to shovel his way out of trouble, and puts benjy in the sand instead. On ice, Heretics hanging in there for their final chance before map point. RieNs trying to do so much in this situation, but move on to map point on their pick.
They knew that this was an important round to win. That's why all the ultimates were pushed to the middle of the field. And well, on top of that, Jamppi is actually one off his Hunter's Fury.
But now we're about to hit the 30-second mark, and Heretics still have bodies in backside.
Well, they do. LewN is the one leading the charge. The dash about to expire, and updraft instead, and gets a kill for it. Jamppi doing even better. BBL look to be on the final charge to win out Icebox, the first map against Heretics, like they did in the last series that they played against them, but not as if there was some resistance. But it's futile. BBL know exactly what it takes to win out against Heretics on Icebox, and there's just one more target to find. It's benjyfishy.
Lockdown in play though, makes things interesting. Denied by Jamppi, that's one less.
That is, and well, sociablEE gone as well. Surely not benjy. A player that could show up, but doesn't. And B main with a quick pop, and benjy under pressure.
So, such a strong sight for Heretics. BBL immediately sending it towards this side of the map though. RieNs to follow things up. He's on the other side of the door here, Sheriff in hand, missed shots, uncharacteristic. BBL trampling the players on site, quick punish, but RieNs keeps them in it.
Yeah, and spike down now, and there's so many bodies here for Heretics to work with.
BBL in post, you expect them to fight on the front foot, and here they have to. Do a quick sidestep from stairs, dodging the paranoia, and it's all on Boo. 2 versus 1, his position only rebuys on the armor, and another quick B hit, still going for this.
Yeah, they're really taking Heretics off guard here, and they are so unsettled. LewN all the way on stairs, still not found, and the trade's looking so good.
Using all of this initiation power that we have, and something that needs to be consistently addressed in differences of these compositions, is Jamppi's KO. Look from Heretics in terms of how they want to fight B main. It's the deep cam from benjy. Doesn't look like he's gone for the one-way lineup, which he has. It's the more regressed version of it. Fight back from Heretics, but it's onto BBL's doorstep. They kept the space and they hold on to it.
And now it's just Boo all alone, and he's been found. Has 2 TPs, sure, but he has no line of sight to make that attempt. BBL open up here, the chamber, the double senti composition.
This time it doesn't look as if they're going to throw caution to the wind and discard any guns early.
Onto the site they go, and MiniBoo, he's first out. So with that, allows the spike to go down as easy as possible. Those 2 rifles still up and available for Team Heretics, with 2 players on a full belt of utility.
BBL won't want to overstay their welcome, but they do play expansive Valorant.
They do, and they've got sociablEE so deep in towards B main just in case, but RieNs makes the first impact on towards the BBL numbers. It's PROFEK that goes.
Still fighting this BBL. Oh, even invested on the round.
Yeah, need to be careful. As, well, Team Heretics close to the site, but sociablEE still not identified. Finally is, and both remaining players have a gun to work with. Oh, Jamppi!
But as expected, Jamppi rips the ult, and BBL feigning the possibility of A before they go through the middle of the map, and quick trade.
11 to get out of market, and both players towards the spawn side. That's Benji and RieNs.
Very similar situation to what we saw in the previous round. The difference being this time, Woot is flanking from main. And the aggressive control held by Jamppi is towards market instead. He has now been cut from position. PROFEK in the meantime trying to disrupt, but caught by Woot. And now there are further problems for BBL.
There's still an ultimate to be used, and it's been ripped straight away.
Going for the fight, in towards Sport, out into the cage, LewN let loose. Benji dropped and Woot is low. From main, he must hold up his end of the bargain. Jamppi still the wedge between the lines of offense as the attack continues its push up against Woot. He will be...
Right now, BBL are starting the run once again. Direct route one into the site, and Heretics cannot live on the sites, not at all. The utility that they're using is not allowing any safe spaces, but at least Boo gets one back onto 11.
A team which looked so comfortable playing retake against GX, but BBL a different beast entirely. Quick incision, Jamppi still hanging around. And here is MiniBoo, the statement of intent.
Yeah, and the ultimate. Oh, the fake actually working out, blinding one of the players, and Heretics overpowering the site, leaving Jamppi's luck potentially without any value.
It's early info for Heretics. They have a complete monopoly on that left-hand side, and with Boo finding the opening pick, it's only going to increase their chances here.
Yeah, and it could also increase the pace of BBL as they look to hit in towards 8. 11 caught out by a trap, and there's bodies here for Heretics when they want to retake. Ultimate used straight away, the Hunter's Fury, and it's even got value.
Oh, second tag onto 11's huge.
That is massive. Spike going down now though, and that could be the go button press for Heretics. But no, wait a second, they're waiting to see what Woot gets.
And waiting to see what exactly it is BBL are going to do, because you expect them to go knocking, and here they are at the door.
Yeah, that they are. Door broken, ready to go. Bodies lying in wait. Crosshairs ready. Woot, though, gets caught off guard. In towards the site. It leaves sociable. Sure, he has the ultimate
Towards B to kick things off. This setup from Heretics a strong one. The op from Woot and MiniBoo here as well would have wanted to teleport out, but now he finds himself entrenched and dice as the null command is coming in. The suppression denying, up to their knees in utility, but still Heretics thriving. BBL finally respond through the rafters. It breaks for a 3-on-3.
Yeah, but Heretics still taking their time with coming back into this one. They want everybody to be ready to go, and it's short where they look first.
Deep drone used, sociable down, so no more ults for them to fall back on here, BBL. The knife was the heads up in towards short, but there's nobody looking in that direction from BBL right now. The door's been broken and still Magnum facing the wrong way. Jamppi remaining resolute towards Gen, but where's their...
Heretics at the same time look to in towards A, but that knife was enough to delay. So was the smoke, so find themselves at an impasse in the round. Heretics at the same time, they decide, hey, right, we're gonna deposit a couple players here and look to go and re-clear mid.
The one at the front of this line, 3 players on either side of this. BBL with the investment of util, but Benji plays in front. 2 quick headshots. Magnum and LewN needing more of the same and getting it done to a certain extent. Still sociable close by. They know of this Heretics. The reload a risk, but a little bit of bait perhaps. Still no plant.
Discipline from sociable is unbelievable though.
He's biding his time, looking for an opportunity to find a kill here, and Heretics will be thinking much the same. They're waiting for this push to come in, but blindsided by it, sociable strikes. Magnum trying to creep out of trouble and will just about get away.
But look at the time, we're 20 seconds left, having to use the paranoia to get a safe space, which will work out, for the utility to come straight back in is used.
MiniBoo still one more flash to potentially set up his brother. Between the two of them, so much work to still be done. Magnum's got the one, and MiniBoo is down to 5 HP. His contribution so far in this map overshadowed by BBL and maybe by sociable here.
For the past few times that they've had to play it.
If you will really You know, wishing for the best for Heretics. You'd be thinking about Benji and his Sheriff perhaps, and also that was a nice set piece opening from MiniBoo, and those jokes are starting to feel a little bit too personal now as BBL are dropping one at a time. It's another 3v2, a Heretics advantage on the A side. They waste no time getting the spike down.
That set piece is something that Heretics have done time and time again. Bodies are low here. It's RieNs Bulldog that I'll worry about the most.
Set up. sociablEE maybe thinking about going around it. No step given. Has the stun which works through walls.
That he does, and looks to play on LewN here.
Oh, LewN set up. Stun on the Gen player. LewN sort of overlooked. He's still beneath him, and all of a sudden there
Right, and you look at the players that what they are. I mean, everybody bought up, so it will have to just be. It will just have to be the single Bulldog heading in towards the next one. Again though, like as I was saying, the fact that sociablEE's left.
sociablE.
Tell you what,
We're still too late perhaps. We'll have to find out.
I've seen this before in terms of BBL being able to make these equal rounds get close and make Heretics uncomfortable. Whoop, lovely flick on towards LewN on dice, but still trying to roll the dice of BBL, and unfortunately hell cleared out. So that spike will go down without any issue.
Spike planted.
Heretics. Man advantage. A site post plant. Seen it a few times already. But this one, the best chance that they've had yet. In terms of that util for BBL, a little bit left in the reserves.
There.
Yeah, but it's a key phrase that you used there, a little bit, right? Not a lot. Whoa! No way!
No way.
Magnum's done it, brought it into the realms of possibility.
Remaining.
It's just his Sheriff that's done it alone, but MiniBoo bats it away, tries to get an angle on towards the Euro and finds it.
Position
It's
of
just
Boo.
up against Boo. That paranoia will hit onto the spike. Magnum goes.
Yes. Question it as much as you like. We're right back in the saddle, and for Heretics, it's MiniBoo's ult this time, weaving through heaven, revealing PROFEK.
There it is, but he's jumped onto the site, not been found. Jamppi somehow gets Woot, and it's a nightfall straight back in.
Cheeky positioning from PROFEK, does bail from the situation in the end. Even odds, or skewed in BBL's favour if you look at the track record up until now.
It's still a big swing round, and sociablE somehow found a position in which to work with. The paranoia was good, but it still allowed MiniBoo to find 4, and just one more for an ace. A classic in which he tries to attempt it, and well, it'll be Benji to finish.
Because the Valorant we're seeing is choice at best.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Oh, okay.
And that's from the blades out.
Just another reason to get excited.
The spike.
Yeah.
If you're tuned in right now, no reason to press pause on an eco round because anything is possible, and BBL are throwing ults at this. They're throwing LewN and a flash in hand. It's a perfect setup, but he's missed every damn shot.
Couldn't have asked for anything better, but with that being said, Jamppi's managed to rescue a rifle, a phantom. There is some chip here. 2 players brought down to 15. Look at Magnum Sheriff.
Right, he's going to need another collat though.
Still wouldn't doubt him to get it.
And even to that end, he's caught the better side of the timing here. Walking up cat.
Yeah, but there's still
Going to be top mid ready for Heretics. Here's the players moving. That's the rotation. BBL in a strong position here despite the weapons.
There was pings from the attack side towards this position though, and I think Heretics are aware.
Oh, that's the step from Magnum, but nobody's turned their head. Still no response. Jamppi no knife yet. He's just going to go ahead and break the trap, but they're ready for them on site, ready to receive BBL.
Yeah, that they are, but remember, with Heretics popping out, it's the time that's the big issue. They don't have time to clear these corners! And that will them
Recollected. A bit of return on interest from this Sheriff here, setting up LewN. And honestly, should have had a little bit more with that next play into tiles.
with the paranoia. Utility sent forward, and the bodies as well. PROFEK and sociablE are completely trying to assault in towards this attack, but both players are stuck in the corner, and it'll be sociablE and PROFEK found.
Counter flash from Jamppi, wins one more fight, but his utility belt is now empty. He's the last player left on B.
Yeah, but look, the support's coming in. The reinforcements of LewN and Magnum. I'll deny the next push out.
They're still looking for a ball, still trying to fight this.
Yeah, they know that they want to.
They've run out of utility to go in with, though, and oh, Jamppi! That's the spike that he's dropped. The rest of the players cut off.
Yeah, and the players have to fight back.
Oh,
Evans there.
BBL. They're down for a fight, down for a brawl. And best Heretics, even without the utility this time. Wave after wave, Jamppi gets the timing down. It's so close. But with the spike drop pace, it's a mid-play made.
Who's next?
All eyes on LewN again.
Ah, but he's being found out, manages to escape, but there's a short push as well. He somehow found safety just for a moment. If you look towards short, the door closed, and Benji locked out.
Full focus here for BBL. They have numbers, and Heretics still not scaled to sight.
Yeah, and BBL know that there's players here. The Hunt doesn't reveal them, but the C's did. There's a skill through mid, but Heretics completely unlock the A site. It's sociable to pick up against 4.
Heretics shoot in to at least arrive at the 9th round as you expected. Way behind schedule, but there are rough waters they need to traverse. Otherwise, a drop down to the lower bracket with Fnatic hanging about in there amongst other teams looking to push for their own qualification to Paris. We know that Heretics have really stepped up in the mental game, and
BBL the chances, giving them any information to act upon, and whoa, it's actually found the entry onto Jamppi on A main. So the spike looking to head this way as well.
Still numbers here for BBL though. It's both the Op and the Odin.
The operator hold it down on towards A main, but the Odin gets the first onto MiniBoo through short. Still though, Heretics need to wade their way through, and as you say, team time a big component here. And the utility somewhat hitting and allows a little safe space for the spike to get down.
Nothing to get back in on though if you're BBL. PROFEK's found a kill, but the utility won't be there. That's where Heretics have the jump, or at least they did.
Big Hunter's Fury to be ripped onto heaven, but it's not found any hits whatsoever. So, look at BBL. They're going to try different avenues.
Oh.
A TP onto top side, and oh! PROFEK just couldn't quite get his gun out in time. A 2 versus 2 in which to try and work with. And LewN has a rifle in his hands. The time is really starting to tick away now, and a crossfire which both players can work with. And RieNs there to...
But this round, in my eyes, was won in the early stages by the attack. By the time we reached the 40-second mark, all 3 initiators have run out of their non-replenishable utility, and that really influences the outcome. And MiniBoo remaining steadfast towards top mid as they're beginning their approach, but you can see BBL not making early investments with the utility this time, sitting on as much as they possibly can as the clock continues to tick down. The bottom of the hourglass filling up with sand. Heretics not yet dead and buried. One last play towards B as MiniBoo fakes the other side of the map.
30 seconds remaining. Time ticking low. A trap in B main for the spike to try and get through. And LewN just lying in wait, drops the spike. BBL in prime opportunity to win out the series right now. And a chance to put themselves in the best possible spot to qualify to champs.